Hello, everyone. Hello, manifestors. A quick announcement. There is now a join button under this video because on April 1st, I'm going to have my first Q&A live here on YouTube. This is normally available for people joining the second level of my membership. But as a welcome and as a first for me, first live on YouTube ever, first Q&A live on YouTube ever, I am inviting even people joining my membership at level 1, which includes only a special video once a month. You will be able to join my Q&A live, which is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Central European Time. The second announcement is I am now on TikTok. I was asked many times for a while now to go and make videos for TikTok. So this is what I'm doing. They are very short videos, about 2 minutes, about a specific question or a specific topic, usually things that you guys confuse, that I'm fixing in only 2 minutes on TikTok. So I'll put the link to my TikTok channel under this video as well. I've talked about this topic in my last podcast, but it is so important that you get this, because whether or not you get this will make the difference between whether or not you are going to be a conscious manifestor, a master manifestor, someone who manifests their desire just like that, or not. So this is how important it is to understand what I am going to talk about today. So what I'm going to talk about today is what Neville taught and what most teachers and coaches of this law have taught, which is that there is nothing to change out there, not even other people. Only you need to change if you want to see a change in your life, including other people in your life. And before we start discussing this, I would like to read from Neville. As a matter of fact, it's an excerpt from lesson 4 out of his 5 lessons. And then we'll discuss what needs to be discussed. So here's what Neville says. As soon as we succeed in transforming ourselves, the world will melt magically before our eyes and reshape itself in harmony with that which our transformation affirms. Nothing is more important to us than our conception of ourselves, and especially is true of our concept of the deep, dimensionally greater one within us. It is our conception of ourselves which frees or constrains us, though it may use material agencies to achieve its purpose. Because life molds the outer world to reflect the inner arrangement of our minds, there is no way of bringing about the outer perfection we seek other than by the transformation of ourselves. It is thus to our own consciousness that we must turn as to the only reality, the only foundation on which all phenomena can be explained. We can rely absolutely on the justice of this law to give us only that which is of the nature of ourselves. To attempt to change the world before we change our concept of ourselves is to struggle against the nature of things. There can be no outer change until there is first an inner change. As within, so without. So, if you feel that you are chasing ghosts out there, you're chasing people, you're chasing that job, that career, that health. You are chasing something that for some reason, apparently, you do not believe right now that you have. If you do not believe that you have something, automatically you are going to go chase it, trying to get it over there. But it might be a belief that comes from the law of attraction. But we're not talking law of attraction here. We dumped that thing a long time ago. If you follow my channel, you know that already. If you are new here, well, welcome to the law of assumption. What does the law of assumption say? The law of assumption says what you believe to be true, what you assume to be true, consciously or unconsciously, will manifest in your life. And how does it manifest? On autopilot. Why? Because imagination creates reality. What is imagination? Imagination, again, here's a huge misunderstanding that I see in this community. Visualization is not imagination. Visualization is part of imagination. Your imagination is everything that's going through your mind. Your thoughts, your inner conversations, your beliefs, your assumptions, your fears, your doubts, all of it and more. Everything that's going through your mind every day, every minute of the day is your imagination. And it is that imagination of yours that manifests your world out there, what appears to be out there. It does that all the time automatically. The only thing is, when you are asleep, when you don't know what you are doing, when you are not aware of this law, you do that as well as a master conscious manifester, but you do it completely unconsciously. So you do not realize that it's your imaginal acts, your imaginal world that manifests your outer world. This is why, if you followed me for a while, I've always encouraged you to reverse engineer your life. And when you reverse engineer, what does it mean? It means that you go back in memory lane and you pick a few noticeable events that happened in your life, and you go back into your memory. What was your mindset? What was your beliefs, your assumptions? What did you create in your mind before you manifested such and such a thing? Most people that I've told to do that and have done it, they came back to me saying, oh my goodness, yes, I remember how I manifested this. I remember how I manifested that, and so forth and so on. And this is how you understand, for you personally, not just because I say so, but this is how you understand for you personally how you've been manifesting the events and circumstances and conditions of your life since day one. This is why Neville said that imagination is God. It is God because it's through the imagination that we create our world. This is why imagination is so powerful. So when we become conscious manifestors, what do? Well, number one, we understand that we don't imagine only when we close our eyes and go into a meditative state or whatever, right? Visualize a scene. We imagine 24/7. We always imagine something every day, all day long. You may not be aware of what you are imagining, but you are imagining. So this is why when you have a specific desire in mind, you need to use that imagination of yours that works 24/7 consciously and in such a way that is going to help you, right? That is going to create, to manifest your desired outcome. But let's say you've heard about the law, or you even know this law for a while, and you've heard, yes, imagination creates reality, blah, blah, blah. But let's say you are manifesting that all good, specific person, right? And all day long, you are thinking, I don't know if they want me. I don't know where they are. I'm wondering what they're thinking. I don't think they will ever forgive me. If you are thinking, meaning imagining things like that in your mind all day long, and you are saying with your lips that you want to manifest a specific person, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You cannot be doing this type of imaginal act in your mind and expect to manifest your specific person. But you know the beautiful thing about this law and about understanding how we manifest? It's that you don't have to do a thing in the 3D. What do I mean by that? I mean that if you want to manifest a specific person, do you have to pick up the phone and call them or send them a text to ask them if they could please come back in your life? No, you don't have to do that. As a matter of fact, you should not ever do that. If you want to manifest a specific person, you do what Neville says here in what I've just read, right? You do not attempt to change the world out there, right? You do not attempt to bring the SP by 3D mediums. You do it within yourself in imagination. And in imagination, if you know Neville's teaching, you go to the end. What does that mean, going to the end? It means that if you want to be in a relationship, you do not bother with imagining dates, imagining a first contact, none of that. You imagine and feel that you are the person who already is with their SP. That's what you do. You imagine and feel. It means that you step into the state where you are that person. States already exist and they always will. A state never disappears. You can either move into or leave a state, but the state is always there. So there is a state of you being single, and there is a state of you being married or you being in a relationship. If you are in that state, being single, you need to leave that state behind and step into or occupy the state of being with your person. This is how you use your imagination consciously to manifest a specific person. But it's the same if you want to manifest a specific career or even a non-specific career. You want to be wealthy. You want to be doing something that you would love. You would imagine and feel that you are this person who is the person that you want to be, who is abundant, who is wealthy, who is doing the job or the career that you want to do. None of which has to be done on the outer world for now. When you embody the feeling of being the person that you want to be, whomever that person may be. That person being married, rich, wealthy, healthy, no matter what it is. When you imagine that you are such a person, it's an inner work. It's done in imagination. Once you do the inner work, you will have what we call inspired action. If there is any action that you need to take at any specific time, you don't have to worry. You will have an impulse to do it. You will do it before you can even think about it. Now, if you are wondering if you should or shouldn't do it, or if you are texting me or emailing me asking me if you should, that is not an inspired action. An inspired action is something that comes within you and that pushes you forward to just go and do it. You don't have time to ask anyone if it's an inspired action, and you don't have time to ask me. This is how you manifest your desires. You get out of your own way. You discipline your mind to control your imagination, because your imagination already exists. You're always imagining all kinds of things all day long. So you take control of your mind. You control that imagination of yours, and you dwell within that imagination that will help you dwell in the state of being that person. And you do not contradict yourself using that same imagination to create an opposite story. And then whatever action has to be taken by you or someone else, it will happen. As Neville said, whether one person or 100,000 people have to move, they will move. I hope this was helpful, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, watch for my join button under this video. And if you join, even at the level 1, you'll get the benefit of level 2, which is a participation to my Q&A live on April 1st. Again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.